Hi everyone, Kimberly Garner here, and today I'm thinking a lot about perspective versus reality. And there's a really fine line between the two. And it almost comes into question which one really matters, because our perspective is how we see the world. It's how we take in the world. It's the lens through which we experience our truth. And if we have a certain perspective, that is our reality. So our perspective is our subjective reality. And so when you think about like realistic or not realistic, reality or not, it's like, well, really it comes down to our perspective, which is really fantastic and fascinating because we can change our perspective. Our perspective is not fixed. And I was just thinking about Charles Dickens, The Christmas Carol, and how Ebenezer Scrooge had a perspective that didn't necessarily serve the world in generous and abundant ways. But then after one night, he wakes up to a totally different perspective, and his experience of the world and himself completely transforms. And so my question is, if we don't like our life, if we're not happy with some aspect of our life, should we just change our perspective? Should we look at our life from the perspective of the child we once were? Would they be amazed at how far we've come and what we've accomplished and the story of our life? All of it can change. And once we change our perspective, our life will likely change. And this is another funny thing. I was thinking about Disney movies. And Disney movies, everybody is born as an orphan, or the story always begins with an orphan. And that's so we relate, right, to the main character. But specifically these princesses who had to flee for their lives, and they go out into the wilderness and they develop this relationship with the natural world, right? The birds come to them and the flowers sing. And my thought is they have a horrible life. They go to nature where they find themselves and they get to connect with who they really are. And they forget about all the trauma and all the drama. They even aren't fretting about their future. They're just relishing the moment, and their unique wish comes true, right? The white man on a horse comes in and saves them. Now that we can just use that as their dreams come true. So if we don't like our life, if we're having a hard time, go out in nature, connect, relax, be present, and just trust that everything's going to unfold just as it's supposed to. And if we don't like our reality, we can change our perspective. Have a great day. Happy solstice.